Oh, and here we go. The lights are gonna be on. In confusion, but in racing, we will go into the sprint as Dark Storm will lead us into turn 1. Here we go for the Grand Prix. There's a car spinning at the start already. What has happened in the background? But Storm leads Cohen. He's fighting there. He's not able to do anything. It just sees TNX going absolutely off the track and into the walls. He's out of the race. Imola is up to 5th. Oh my goodness, the safety car has been deployed, and to no surprise, look at what happened in the background. That start was anything but fair, anything but clean. Oh dear, just look at the background. We have lost Hicklin and we have lost TNX here at the start, and the safety car would take us through the next few laps. But Marsh, what on earth has happened in the start? And Pazuzu is down to 7th as well.
It's a bit like a repeat of Division 2 last night. Somehow the sprint race start just absolutely mangled and caused an absolute riot, as it looks like Baggy Fan's got no front wing either. See, he spun at the start and had a collision with Stevo, so I wonder if Stevo's got any damage as well. And of course we've got Hicklin in the wall. So, is it Toto Wolff? He was in the gravel all over the place. It's absolute chaos, as can describe that start.
Indeed, look at that. Russell has managed to pick up 7 positions at the start. Pazuzu, who was looking to do the exact opposite of what he's done here at the start. He was looking to make up some positions and try to start in the front row going into the actual Grand Prix, but he's lost some. And remember, everyone, this Grand Prix, although it's a sprint race, the top 8 do get points. Going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the top 8. And let's take a look at the gaps. Seems like Maxo is spitting here under the safety car.
Yeah, another important factor of the sprint race as well. It actually sets out the grid for the actual race as well, so not like you want to be doing poor here either.
Exactly. And as we continue seeing Maxo, who had to change his front wing, he's gonna come back. Is that soft tires for the pass? Yes, it is. He comes back onto the track. Dark Storm is now ahead of Lenbao, who has managed to take the position away from Cohen. Cameron is down to 4th in the Alpine, ahead of Timo and Chapo. Pazuzu lost positions down to 7th. JPP, Stowe, and Days Freak with a nice start ahead of Anazim, who also had a nice start. So, sprint race is all over the place. As you can see, the drivers warming the tires up. Shortly, we will go back underway, but I'm not sure if you watched the last week's Grand Prix, Marsh. Oh, is that Timo spinning under the safety car? And that is embarrassing, to say the least. Well, he can use the excuse that George Russell did the same, and this is the exact same track, but oh, Timo by himself in a medium compound tire has spun. And he's now just gonna see himself down to P16. Oh dear, what goes through a driver's head when he does that, Marsh? Is he actually possible to stay composed and keep focused through the rest of the race? Because me personally, I see that as an absolute, as one of those moments that you simply just cannot, you can't ignore.
Yeah, it's one of those death slam moments, in it, if you're spinning under the safety car after going so slow, but it can happen with them tyres being cold. Just applying the power a little bit, especially at that chicane, can cause you to spin, so he's got to try and keep his head down now and push on throughout the rest of the race.
Indeed. Oh, Pazuzu has gone off the track, and he has gone into the grass, and he has lost the position. And well, thanks to the game, Chapo allows him to get back onto his position. But oh, look, what type of tire warming up is this? He allows Chapo to go ahead again. And is that the game?
Yeah, I believe because he went off track, Chapo can overtake him, and because he let him back through on track, it classed that as an overtake, so he's had to let him back through again.
So Pazuzu...
So he's lost a place from going off the track.
he just lost exactly what you just said. He just lost a place under the safety car for absolute no reason. Like, is it actually necessary to just warm up your tires that aggressively? And I asked that uh, concerning all those drivers. They're just going at it in this formation lap. Not formation, it's warm-up lap here that we have. I see Pazuzu started third. Oh, this is... I think I should turn that graphic off because it's quite depressing if you're a McLaren fan. Although Pazuzu wasn't in a nice position in last week's Grand Prix, he managed to make himself up into the top positions. So, well, Marsh, anything can happen in this race.
Yeah, of course, anything can happen. Especially in a Div 4 race as well. It's very entertaining. There's all sorts happening. I believe there was a lot of finishes last week, so hopefully it's not the same again this week. But we've already got 3 out of the sprint race, so we never know.
Yep, we can check the tire wear by those drivers up in front. It's not much, but it is something. Still, 8%, 9%, 10% is expected out of them. And I do believe that those mediums can take it to the end. Now, the question is that I ask you, March, you see Maxwell and Baggy Fan both have gone for the alternative strategy under the safety car with the soft tires. Now, I wonder, can they possibly overtake the cars in front and challenge for one of the top positions, or is it just too much to ask for them as we have a full grid here and it's just 15 drivers ahead of them? It's too many for them to overtake.
It just depends on their tyre wear in the race, really. Because I did the same thing last night. Lap 4 safety car was out, and I put on the softs, and they was pretty quick until like the last few laps where they just absolutely fell off. So as long as they keep the tyre wear up, they might be all right.
Yeah,
The safety car is coming in this lap.
Indeed, the safety car is in this lap, so we'll be checking the difference between Dark Storm and Lindbao, as Storm will be taking us through into turn 1, and as soon as he crosses the line, it's green, green, green. It's go, go, go for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Here he goes as he accelerates now. Green flags, we're back racing. As we see in the background, is that Cameron trying to challenge Cameron going into turn 1. He has a slipstream. Is he going to send one down the inside? Yes, he will. What a move by Mr. Cameron. Oh, and he gets the move done, and it seems like the Alfa Romeo is going to lose more than just one position. Richie Chappell's just behind him there. We're going to go on board with him now. He defends it nicely, and Pazuzu trying to go around the outside, being cautious with it. And some overtakes happening here as everyone tries to be opportunistic here at the restart, and it doesn't seem like it's really working for some of them. A few of them losing some positions. Here in the background, Russell trying to have a go at Days Freak, who's up to 9th.
Yep, Days Freak's just gone wide up. Going down in turn, there's a yellow flag in sector 2. It looks like Baggy Fan, the Aston Martin, spun going around that left-hander. So it's not looking good for him, especially on them soft tyres.
Exactly, let's go on board now with Pazuzu as he tries to overtake Cohen. Oh, is that a nauseum? Is that a nauseum here at the background? Something is happening, I'm not so sure what it is.
Baggy Fan's beached. Baggy Fan's beached on the curb, he can't move.
Oh, he cannot move. Chapo cannot move as well, as he is literally facing the wrong way, and Timo has collected him. Oh, drama here in the sprint race here in Imola, as he almost reaches his car as well. Drama and all sorts of for both the Mercedes and Aston Martins here. Oh, that's the worst possible scenario if you're a fan of him. You see both of the AlphaTauris not doing well as well, as Maxo has now managed to get himself up into P11 here in the sprint race. But drama everywhere you look. The sprint is looking fine. I'm wondering how the race is going to be, as Imola is getting closer and closer to the hands of Maxo on a medium compound of tires, though. He's going to try to do something after his safety car disaster, as you see a driver going past him there. It's for the lower positions, but they do matter, as they are technically a qualifying race that we have here, as Russell goes a little bit too wide. But Marsh, look at that. Everywhere you look, everywhere. And at each battle that you see, there's something happening. And sometimes, or most of the time, something happens not in a good way. As you see another yellow flag, and I think that's Russell.
Yes, it's not looking good for Aston Martin, and that's both Aston Martins that have spun on that corner so far. And there's SLR Toto Wolf is looking down the inside of Maxwell here. It's a dive bomb. It certainly is. He's definitely not making that, and there's contact, and he's spun, and he's took out his teammate while he's at it, and there's bits of wing flying everywhere, and that was just absolutely awful from the AlphaTauri drive. I don't even know why he attempted to do that, and he's off into the bits to get a new front wing, I'm guessing. Absolute chaos everywhere.
Yeah, and you think that they have nothing to lose, but Marsh, they do. They do have plenty to lose. As before I even talk about the fact that this is a qualifying session, and whatever they finish, they will be starting today's Grand Prix. We take a look at Darkstorm and Lenbao, and how Lenbao is somehow managing to catch up. He was faster than the Red Bull of Storm in the last lap. He was faster, not by much, but he's catching up. And if he keeps doing this, he might get the DRS and might fight him, although we don't have too many laps left of Formula 1 action here for us.
Yeah, that's what he's going to need, because they've already pulled out a 5-second gap on Cameron behind him in P3, so Limbo can get in that DRS. Could be a fight for pole position here, as he's not got a lot of ERS left, so neither has Darkstorm, so I mean, quite good last 3 laps then to battle who gets pole position for the actual race.
Indeed, a lot of yellow flags happening in the background. As you see, Pazuzu loses some time. Cohen is closing in on Cameron. Oh, he could be going for the move here. Is he going to? That's the question that everyone asks, but only he can answer. Does he have the BA LLS to go for the move here and just get that third, which is, of course, better than fourth in terms of grip position. But you have to think about the points that you're going to get as well here in this race. Each point counts. As you see, Cameron is struggling. Oh, I know what he's seeing. He's just looking at the car behind, looking at Cohen in his mirrors, and I know it's getting to him. At least it's what he's showing here for us in the sprint race, also known as sprint qualifying by myself. Look at that, Pazuzu is closing in as well, and he could be going for the move here as they plunge downhill. The trio, Darkstorm has absolutely disappeared in the distance, but Pazuzu has the inside line. He's not going to send one there. He knows he has a lot to lose here in this Grand Prix.
As he come onto the straight then, Pazuzu's going to have DRS. Has he got the speed to do it? I don't think he has. Cameron's right up behind Cameron then, so Cameron's going to take Cam. Nope. He backs out of it and thinks better. He goes quite wide, which is going to leave it open for Pazuzu to possibly get much closer then, as SLR Toto Wolf's got a 3-second time penalty, track limits, and it's going to be a very close battle then for effectively P3. Start in 3rd place.
Indeed, and I'm looking, sorry to interrupt, Marshall, do you have 15% of battery left on Cohen's car? So this battle between himself and Cameron has been quite detrimental for his energy. And if we compare to Pazuzu, oh yeah, that's pretty much the same. So they're all depleting all the energy here. Surely Cohen doesn't want to go for the move at this part of the track. Oh, look at Pazuzu as he goes straight into the back of the Alfa Romeo there, braking a little bit too late, and contact between them.
Yeah, I think that's a knock-on effect. Cohen went into the back of Cameron, and Pazuzu went into the back of the Cohen, so a bit of a domino effect going on there. As we're going down the mid straight, then can any of them get any closer? As Pazuzu does have all the RS, but doesn't seem like he's gaining as much speed as Cohen. Looks like he's got low wings because he's going much faster down that straight than Pazuzu. Ooh, Cohen nearly loses it then. That leaves Pazuzu to go down the inside then.
Oh, there he goes. He has the move done. Oh, he forces it in a way that he just dominates the Alfa Romeo and says, no, mate, this is my position. I'm done fighting with you here. I'm going out after Cameron for 3rd place. And, well, surely Cohen is not going to be happy with that one. As he's going to try his very best to have a go at the McLaren one more time. But this fight for 3rd is looking quite interesting. The gaps are starting to form up. As you see, Toto Wolff, is that him in the background? Yeah. Who's that?
There's a Wolff with no front wing in the AlphaTauri. Seems to have had an off again.
Oh, look at that. Oh, surprise, mother. Oh, he's going to just lose his car. He's just going to lose it, and he's going to come back into the pits.
With the unsafe.
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, no. This is absolutely ridiculous. The most ridiculous scene I've seen in my entire life as we go into the final lap of the race. What an ending to the races. I'll tell you what, Marsh. Oh, their races couldn't end in a more representative way, as Pazuzu is now looking for the Alpine. He's all over the back of his car. On board with him now. He's not going to go for it now. There's the opportunity. Is he going to send it? You can see the red light flashing on the back of Cameron. We're going to go on board and stay on board with him there, as he doesn't even have enough energy to fight. But he's going to keep trying.
Yeah, it's getting very close then. As he come up to this left-hander. Has he got more speed? He's having a look down the inside. Yep. Probably wait till see if he gets a better exit out of this chicane. Probably his best chance. Looks like he does have a slightly better exit.
Oh, before we continue here, oh, they're really, really close. Oh, Stowe has lost it. He lost too many positions, but going up to the front, Darkstorm will be starting the race in pole position as he wins the sprint. And he gets the 8 points. Lindbao finishes 2nd, but behind, the fight for 3rd is still very much on. Is Pazuzu going to try the very last corner? Here's the opportunity. The DRS activated now. And is he going to get 3rd? Cameron denies him. He finishes 3rd and 4th for Pazuzu and Cameron.
Oh, and Timo spun on the final corner.
Oh, no, Timo. Oh, just drag your car to the start-finish line, mate. Finish in 10th. But he loses the position and loses the chance of getting some points here in the sprint. So it's Darkstorm, Lindbao, Cameron, Pazuzu, Cohen, Days Freak, and JPP Gaming. And from the pole position in qualifying to the pole position in the sprint, it doesn't matter what race you put this guy in, the Canadian Destroyer has destroyed everyone once again. 1.6 seconds ahead of Lindbao.
Wow, what a sprint race. That was only 11 laps as well. We've got like another 32, I think, to go now in the actual race.
This is like a trailer to a movie that you're really excited about. Is this what we're going to have for 30 plus laps in the race? So sign me up for it.
I hope we don't have all of this for 30 laps, but can't say that. I'm not looking forward to it if it is.
that crash that we had in the pit lane was absolutely classic. That's gonna be remembered for decades. I'll take this. But the fight at the front, as you can see, 8 points to Darkstorm. And oh, Alpine. Look at that. Let's just take a look at the combined points. So Williams get 4, Alpine get 13, and Red Bull get 8, which
Red
means
Bull get
Alpine
10.
are the winners here in this sprint race.
Yeah, very dominant sprint race from Alpine there, get 2nd and 3rd. I'm sure Alpine will be happy about. Yeah, but the very dominant Darkstorm there, showing why he clearly had that much pace in qualifying. He's shown it in the sprint race.
Oh, mate, let's just go straight into the race intro for today's Grand Prix. Welcome back, everyone, for the race. Welcome back to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, the third and final session of the weekend here for Division 4. And this is a time to shine for those drivers, as 25 points will be available for all of them. And these 19 turns will be the ones that those drivers will be going through in the rainy conditions for the race. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth round will be under the rain, and in a sprint race that was full of action, we're looking forward to it. Well, last season, in Season 8, Cameron, the driver that's still racing here, was still leading the race at the start. As you see Russell going around the outside of Smith down into turn 1. There's the overtaking opportunity that we were talking about, as Cameron got under pressure. Oh, and similar to what Pazuzu encountered here, that run down towards the last chicane is interesting, to say the least. And on the penalties, Cameron has won it in the Ferrari. Well, he's not in the Ferrari anymore. And we'll go into the race. And yes, you can see this. The rain is falling, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the air. And I'm sure you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am, as those drivers. I'm going to ask you this, Marsh, as I welcome you back now into the race. If those drivers just couldn't even handle themselves in normal conditions, what can we say about them treacherous conditions of this Grand Prix?
Going to be very exciting, and they're going to need a lot more control in this race than what they did in the sprint race. But the rain don't look too bad. It looks a bit like on the edge between like a dry track sort of thing, so it might not be too bad. It just depends how much more rain comes down in the race, of course. We don't know how much more rain's going to come, if it's going to stay for long or not. We'll have to wait and see.
Indeed, you see all the drivers will be on intermediates for this Grand Prix, as you can clearly see here in the race director. Let's just take you through a little bit of a grid rundown of the results of the sprint and the starting grid for today's Grand Prix. Starting on pole position with full points so far, Darkstorm QC is going to be starting on pole ahead of Linbao in second place. In the second row, we have the Irish boy of Cameron ahead of Pazuzu in the McLaren. Third row, Cohen and Days Freak with a fantastic sprint race, promoting him up to 6th. JPP starts ahead of Harvey, ahead of Stowe. That is ahead of Timo. Well, that's your top 10. The rest of the drivers you can see on your screen. That is Steve-O, Ad Nauseam, 21 Maxwell, Rishi Chapo, Baggy Fan, Toto Wolf, SLR Russell, Smith Dan, and starting from the last row is Hicklin in the Ferrari and TNX BG in the McLaren. Now, that's not good for TNX, as his team is leading the championship, as I previously stated. But let's just give you guys a little bit of a comparison. There you go. On your screen in a second. So here's the standings, and here's the starting grid. I'm not sure if you can see that on the stream, Mr. Marsh, but what do you think, and who do you think has to step up going into this race if they want to keep fighting for the championship?
Well, if Darkstorm can replicate it in the rain as what he did in the dry, he'll definitely need to step up to catch up to Pazuzu, as I reckon Darkstorm could be one of them that's challenging Pazuzu coming to the end of the season, because Pazuzu does have quite a bit of a lead so far. So I reckon he's definitely one to step up, that needs to step up this track before Pazuzu tries, obviously, run away with the championship, as he's already quite a bit in front. But, you know, in the rain, anything can happen. There could be an outsider. You never know, someone who's not scored points yet, he can get into the podium position. You just don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Indeed, and the countdown is on, ladies and gentlemen. The formation lap will be underway in just a few seconds, so don't go anywhere, because we do have everything that we need for an entertaining Grand Prix. A grid full of drivers that just are reckless, to say the very least, as they are. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Oh, this is quite cool. I can see the results. Nice. Oh, that's not nice. That's a glitch.
That's why I had to back out, because I went on the race director and it put me in that.
Okay, what do I do?
You have to leave and join back again to get rid of it, I think.
How do I leave?
That's what I did anyway.
Oh no. Okay, I need
You
an
have to be
invite.
quick if you want to leave and join. Yeah, I'll send you an invite back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Codemasters for you. And I've been saying that for 5 years, and it still hasn't changed. Let's go into the race. Let's hope we still have time to get into the grid before the drivers.
Yeah, Darkstorm's just coming up to the grid now, so I'd say we've got about 20 seconds.
Okay.
Or
Oh, we can get it.
depends how long it takes for the lights to go out.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's jump everything. Let's jump everything. Let's go into it.
The McLaren, the last car's just pulled up to the grid and it's going off straight away then. No waiting around this time from the race director. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights out, and we're off then as William gets a bit of a messy start. Manages to hold it as we're coming down to turn 1 then as Len Bow manages to take the lead as Darkstorm's got a terrible start, dropped all the way down to P4. Championship rival Pazuzu's got in front. Currently now P1-2 and there's been contact between Pazuzu and Darkstorm. Nearly knocks Darkstorm off the track then. As Harvey's making a few places up into P5, there's a yellow flag and there's a car into the wall and there's absolute chaos, as you can tell. All cars still managing to go ahead. No safety cars came out yet. And what a start from Len Bow, 1.5 seconds already on halfway through lap 1. As so yeah, you in yet?
Well, this is like the radio. Like, ladies and gentlemen, if you're complaining about this, well, people in the 70s had to watch or listen to the race like this. So that's how we're doing for today. Oh man, let's go into the race. We have
Len Bow's got nearly 2 seconds ahead of his teammate Cameron then. He's pulling out right lead. He's had a great start. Pazuzu's in 3rd. Darkstorm's dropped down to 4th. Terrible start from Darkstorm there.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're into the race. We're back now. And we can see, let's just take a look at the position changes. There you go. The race is underway. Now we can just see what's happening as we go on board with Darkstorm, who has lost, as previously stated, he's lost the pole position and the lead. Now he's closed it in on his championship rival. The outside door is open. Oh, there's contact between them. And I'm not sure if there's damage for Darkstorm. It doesn't seem like there is. As Pazuzu goes up the track. The championship leader goes up the track coming out of turn 4. And now he's down to 7th, 8th, 9th. And look at what's happening on the background. There's a car going in between it. Oh, look at that move by Russell. Move of the season. He makes up 4 positions into 1 corner. Oh, Nozem is fighting as well. Oh dear, what's happening here in this Grand Prix?
There's a Red Bull spun and Russell's lost it. Oh my, there's a pile up.
Oh dear, what's happening? No, what's going on?
Haas has gone into him and...
JPP. Oh, look at this. Look at that background. What a race. What is going on?
There's that debris all over the track now. For that, like, 6-car pile up at that turn.
This is absolutely brilliant. This is what I signed up for. A Grand Prix full of action. And although we do have an Alpine 1-2, ladies and gentlemen, El Plan has indeed came alive. But Darkstorm, well, now that his championship rival is in 9th, he can just celebrate, just cruise around and just get the positions as carefully as he can. He doesn't have to go for any moves. He needs to, all he has to do is to just get closer in the championship to Pazuzu. How you do that? By getting as many points as you can. And how do you do that? By getting the position that you need. And he's going to dive down the inside. Oh, a little bit wobbly by Cameron. He's not able to. Oh, that's a contact. And that's Cameron off the track again. Darkstorm just literally taking out everyone. If you can't win it on track, just take him off.
Last lap. And he's just done it again.
Oh, he's going to run. The Canadian Destroyer is doing exactly what his name is all about. Oh, Pazuzu is now up to 8th, so he's going to celebrate that one. I wonder... Oh, this
I
is
tell you what,
brilliant. Dog
I feel
Storm.
sorry for the Div 4 stewards this week, having to look through all of these.
He's desperate. He's second in the championship. He's playing no games. Anyways, as you see him there, back up to second place, but Lembao, 4.7 up in front. He is leading the race and doing a fantastic job here in this race in the third lap. But don't. Oh, is that Russell going for moves? Yes, he is on Smith, but it doesn't seem like that was too clean, as there's a time penalty for him.
I've noticed as well, after a terrible sprint race, Timol managed to go up 7 places in P3 at the minute in the actual race. So, been a good start from Timol there, making up for what happened in the sprint.
Days Freak is up to 4th as well. Let's not forget about him. Days Freak, who's been a little bit shy in this race, but he's doing like Hamilton did back in the Brazilian Grand Prix last season in Formula 1, when he was just cutting through the field from qualifying to the race. Oh, that is a corner cut, if I ever heard of him. And that's it. He goes up the track and Russell decides that, you know what? Let me just get straight into the wall and just test
Safety car.
how my wheel can sustain damage. The safety car has been deployed here in the race. And, well, exactly what I was telling about Lenbao's lead. He's 7 seconds up in front, but don't fool yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. The safety car will come by at any point ad nauseum in 6th place. Has gotten a drive-through penalty. So that's not what you want to get, especially under the safety car, is it?
No, he's obviously spent too much under the Delta and got himself a penalty. So has Richie Chapel as well.
Oh, Mercedes
He's not been sticking
Masterclass.
to the Delta.
Both the Mercedes getting a drive-through penalty at the same time.
Yeah, it's not good for them because you can't save under the safety car either, so they've got to come straight in after the safety car comes in.
And Harvey as well.
Gets one.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you guys just stay under the Delta? 3 drivers getting a drive-through penalty in under 20 seconds. And, well, Harvey's in 15th, but you don't want that, do you?
No. As I'm seeing Smith HP, Dan, in the chat, his car's been in AI mode the whole time because he can't seem to reconnect to the lobby. His AI's up into 10th place, so he's doing a good job for him while he's absent.
Well, Smith, well, there you go. JPP Gaming with another drive-through penalty. That's a 4th one in 1 lap. Is it that hard? Or is it just Michael Massey just messing with the timings, making sure the Mercedes get drive-through penalties? I'm not sure what's happening. But all
Well, we know
know
Massey doesn't like Mercedes, do we? So
well, he
you never
doesn't.
know.
Let me just check one thing. Can we check the penalties? There you go, 4 drive-through penalties, and I might think, oh, it's just safety car. They can just serve them into the safety car, but according to the F1 rules, that is not one thing that you can do. So they're gonna have to wait for the safety car to just get back in, and then they can come into the pits, and then they can just start the drive-through penalty. So there is no saving for them. They will lose time. They will be basically out of the race unless another safety car comes in, or comes out, should I say. Which the chances of that happening is, well, I would say just 90%, based on the quality of racing that we've been having here at this Grand Prix.
Yeah, but just thinking Lembao's going to be absolutely good. The great start, the massive lead managed to pull from the start of this race has absolutely been neutralised by the safety car. But it is showing that Lembao does have some really good pace in the wet here, so maybe he's one to watch out for the win. Oh, Darkstorm is just behind him though, so he's got to be careful. You don't want him pushing him out of the way.
Indeed, you can see who stopped back here. And I don't believe they have to stop again unless we have changeable conditions. Am I right, Marsh? Or do you think they can go to the end on the set of intermediates?
You can go to the end if you want, but if there's like a safety car halfway through, it'd be worth just putting a fresh shot on. At the minute, you might as well just stay on the tyres. But at any time from like halfway towards the end, it's worth just putting a fresh set on, because you might just be a bit quicker. But no, you don't have to stop under these conditions unless, obviously, it's dry tyre weather. I believe.
Well, indeed.
No, I think it started in the rain, so I don't think you actually have to stop if it dries up. I'm not too sure about that.
Indeed, and let's talk about the restart. Dark Storm. He has Lenbao up in front. Of course, he's gonna try to outpace or outreact the German sitting in first at the restart. But the question is, does he really have to risk it? As I see Pazuzu in 8th, and yes, we cannot doubt Pazuzu, but the championship, as we can just turn this on for a bit, the championship standings is quite wide, quite extended by Pazuzu. Maybe does Dark Storm need that P1 as he's gotten one in the sprint race? Should he be desperate and go for it, or maybe risk it and risk the chance of Pazuzu extending even more that championship lead?
You know, with Pazuzu in 8th, it's definitely not worth it to take the risk just to try and fight to get into P1. He wants to at least try and finish the race, so you just sit behind Lembao, just pressure him a little bit, hoping to make a mistake and then take the lead instead of trying to dive bomb into a corner, because picks himself out, that's just going to completely wipe all them points that he's going to gain at the minute. Especially with Pazuzu down in 8th. So the better option is to play it safe here.
Indeed, and Imola as well, making up 7 positions. Can we also mention this name? Timo the German in 3rd in the Alpha Tauri, looking to bring a point and a podium. Oh, look at that. Bring a podium to the Alpha Tauri team. Can he do that? He's shown that he's got at least the racecrafts. That's one thing that he's got. Everyone else was either crashing or it was either them getting either crashing or getting crashed out by Darkstorm. So in a way, he's doing good. He's doing good. Dage Freak in 4th place as well, making up places. Again, the Hamilton performance. The Williams is doing fine, and as you can see in the championship, Williams have 0 points in the championship. So that's good for them. In the stream chat, we do see some people indeed confirming that a 0 stop is allowed, so they can all go to the end. And again, as you mentioned, Marsh, should they? Let's say a safety car comes out midway through the race.
It's coming in at the minute, but if safety car does come out like later on in the race, I reckon it probably is worth it just putting a fresh set on. But it just depends what everyone else in front of you does.
Oh, Dage Freak! I'm sorry, mates, but I have to mention, Dage Freak loses it coming out of the pre-penultimate corner. He's out and down to 5th place.
What's going on?
Under the safety car, well, just like George Russell, but let's see how they manage here. The safety car restart, it seems like Timo's gotten perfectly.
Lembao's already near it. Pulled a 2nd out on the restart, and they've only just gone over the start-finish line. It's caught Darkstorm napping here.
Indeed, and there's more of a chance of Timo fighting Darkstorm than Darkstorm fighting Lenbao. Where has that pace gone for the Canadian? Well, it seems like he is kind of like Alan Prost, a fantastic driver, but not in a rain. As you can see, Smith Dan. Oh, is that his AI? Or is that the actual... Yeah. Oh, that's the actual driver. Yes, he is driving his car and trying his best here. Oh, up in front. Cohen and Dage Freak. He's not happy with what happened there. And Cohen is just going to try to cut him off. He's up to 4th. All that he needs, and that is now the time to defend. Oh, nice exit by Dage Freak. Oh, crashing and colliding between themselves. Cohen is down and out of the top 10. He's now out of the race.
He's dropped all the way down to 17th.
And a safety car has been deployed for the 2nd time this race, for the 3rd time today. Marsh. If this is your first time commentating Division 4, I'm not sure if it is or not. All I know is get used to it, because last week we had like 20 safety cars. It seems like that's gonna happen again.
Yeah, well, I was actually in Division 4 last season, so I know exactly what's to come and what happens in these Div 4 races. So I was looking forward to commentating on Div 4. But a
Oh,
safety car out yet. Again, Cohen's obviously gone into the wall. He lost his front wings, debris on the track. But yeah, it's Lembao after getting a great restart. Has been neutralised again. How many more chances does Darkstorm want? As Darkstorm nearly loses it on the brake and he went on the grass.
here we go back racing, ladies and gentlemen. Question.
Pardon?
Can we just go racing? Because it seems like we're having more laps under the safety car than laps racing here. And honestly,
Yeah, we got half a lap on after the last safety car, so before
literally.
another one came out.
And does anyone know in the stream chart, maybe you, Marsh, does anyone know the limits of safety cars that we have for the 50%
I'm
race?
not sure. I think I've heard before that you can have 3 safety cars of 3 virtuals. But I'm not sure if there is actually a limit.
Smith says that he wasn't driving he's not driving his car. Let's just look and see. Let's just look at the telemetry.
This is AI in P8.
Let's look at the hand movements. Yeah,
He's gone down to second in that corner.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a driver.
Yeah. We're just analyzing it. Oh, down to first. No, that's not a driver. 100% not. No driver goes down.
No way
to
I'd go
fourth.
down to first into there.
Nah.
Especially in the rain as well.
And well, Smithbot is up to 8th. So the artificial intelligence is looking to be more intelligent than 12 other drivers here in this Grand Prix. So Ferrari with a nice comeback here in this Grand Prix. Although I'm not sure if Dan would or Smith or Dan, whatever you want to call him, I'm not sure if he would get any points maybe for finishing this race inside the top 10, as even if he starts controlling his car, he's not going to be controlling it for more than 90% of the race.
No, I believe because of it's his AI, he'll literally just drop to the bottom and everyone else will get moved up 1. So, in a way, 11th in P10 at the minute. Unless something happens to Smith HP Dan's AI car and drops out of the top 10.
Indeed. And some drivers now, I say some, but it's only one. Harvey coming into the pits. He is fighting the championship as well, as he has been consistent through the first few rounds. And one driver that's not present here today is Netclaw. He's not here with us, but he's won last week's Grand Prix. So apart from him, the only 2 drivers that have won a race were Pazuzu and Darkstorm. So really a nice fight between them in the championship. But Lenbao looking to win his very first Grand Prix here in Division 4 this season. Can he do it?
He's got the pace for it in this wet weather.
No, finally.
Keeps playing out the gaps. The safety car's coming back in again. See if he can get another good restart. If Darkstorm can actually act upon it this time around.
Let's see again the graphic. Let's see if Timo is gonna just try to do something as well compared to Darkstorm. Let's see. When is he gonna go? It's a game of gas for the Canadian. But it's all in the hands of the German of Lendau as he's off and now full speed as he continues the race. And now it's green flag. We're back racing finally here in Summer League Racing. But look at that. That could be a run by Timo and Darkstorm. Oh, that's not going to work this time around. Smith down. Oh, his AI is trying to go for a move on the championship leader. Oh, that's embarrassing. But look at that. He's not going to get it. Or is he? Oh, look at... Oh, yeah, that was surely an AI. But he's not going to be able to get the move done. That hasn't really helped the case of Pazuzu, though.
No, as you see Richie and Harvey coming in to do their drive-through penalties, as they can actually do them now, and it already puts them half a lap down after the safety car restart, so they're going to need another one to try and get back into this race then.
Indeed, Onozin has a drive-through penalty. As we continue the race, as we continue it, and with a drive-through penalty, there's a 3-second time penalty being slapped across his face. That's not the Grand Prix of dreams for Onozin. The Japanese driver is going to drop down to the very back of the pack after serving his drive-through penalty, and he's trying to extend as much as he can. As we still have some laps to go in this race, but Linbao is, although he's leading, he's not necessarily pulling away as much as he was at the safety car restart, the first one, and the start of the race. Maybe Darkstorm now, Marsh, is just getting used to the rain. Maybe that could be it. And
Yeah.
he now serves his penalty.
Yeah, Darkstorm's probably just got used to the rain now. He's just got a few laps to get up to and adjust to it. And Lembao doesn't seem to be pulling away as much as what he was. So, but Lembao has all their ERS as well, which is interesting. Darkstorm's still quite close behind him. So, he's a sitting duck at this rate.
Let's see what Pazuzu can do, though, as now the Mercedes is out of the way of an Osium, down to 17th. Not the best result that's looking so far for the Mercedes, but the other teams are celebrating, especially if you're a Ferrari fan, because they're into the points. Pazuzu is chasing down after Stoll, who's chasing down after Days Freak, so this strength could be starting to form up here. It's a nice exit by Pazuzu. He has plenty of energy to play around with, and Darkstorm up in front has managed to close in the gap. Look at that, Marsh.
Yeah, it's coming down to the final 2 corners as well. Is going to help a lot getting that slipstream, and especially with more ERS as well. As Lembao goes slightly off between last corner. They got a better exit though, so depends now. This Darkstorm rinses all his ERS. And he's closing. Getting closer.
He comes for the lead. The inside door is very much open, but he is cautious. Oh, and Stowe is out. These freaking Pazuzu are all out. Oh my goodness me, what's happening? Oh, look at that. All of them are out of the race. 3 drivers out into 1 corner. Oh, I want to see the replay of that one. Oh, they're out. The safety car is out.
I think 2 cars went side by side. They had contact. It just spun, and then another car got involved, and everyone's just in the wall.
And we look at, oh, Harvey has a drive-through penalty, and Pazuzu, the championship leader, no more talking. He's now out of the race. He's out. That's it. Done. Finito. No more.
It's going to be very disappointing in that, but this is a great opportunity for Darkstorm now. He definitely doesn't want to be trying to push Lembao for that win as long as he comes home in second. It'd be a very good race from him and some good points catching up to Pazuzu in the championship as well.
And well, think about this, Marsh. PNX BG started 20th. He's doing a last to 7th at the moment.
This Hicklin started in 19th and he's up to 6th as well. Is there a podium on the cards for Hicklin?
Indeed. They're doing fine. Smith, I mean, his AI is up to 4th. But, well, Imola is up to 3rd as well. A lot of position changes here. A lot of stories in this Grand Prix. But as Darkstorm pits... Oh,
yeah, Darkstorm waiting to see what Lembao did and did the opposite.
Oh, but that is now... Okay, Smith pits as well. Hicklin does also pit. They go into the intermediate tires. And now this is the proactive...
everyone behind is going to pit now.
They're pitting. There go TNX pits as well. This is the proactive active attitude that I'm waiting from those drivers, and they're showing. But Darkstorm, is that the best thing to do right now? Although he's gonna be on fresher tires, he is now in a position that he has to overtake 7 other cars to get to Lembao, which is a lot riskier, especially in those conditions. Whereas he was just chilling in 2nd place. And second for him when his championship rival is out, it's good.
Maybe he just pitted too early. Even so, the only problem he's got now, with being second and with Lembao, it was pretty much them two just fighting, and now he's in the middle where Pazuzu was. And you saw what happened to Pazuzu. He got into a fight and 3 cars went out, so the same could happen to him. So put himself in quite a bit of danger dropping that far back.
That is true. And how many safety cars have we had just today?
I believe this is the 3rd one in this race.
No, we had this is the 3rd in this Grand Prix. We have 1 in the sprint, so that's 4 that we had today. Whew. If you like that Aston Martin, that green Aston Martin up in front, well, you're loving this because, like I previously stated, we're spending more times and more laps under the safety car than we're spending racing here. And when we do spend racing, ladies and gentlemen, it's full of action. So, the good thing for the viewers is that everyone is just all bunched up at all times. So we don't have that grid that everyone is just spread out and there are big gaps. Everyone is going for it. And you can never rest if you are the leader of the race. And I know that for sure, that if you're the leader of the race, you don't like this. You don't like seeing this, all those safety cars, because that means that the guy in second, once again and once again and once again, has the opportunity to get it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is as well, we're just getting to halfway through the race after everything that's happened. So we've still got literally another half to go.
Yeah.
There's already been 3 safety cars.
Oh, what did I just tell you, Mars? What did I just tell you in the sprint? You know, if those 11 laps were a little bit of a glimpse of what we're gonna have in the race, well then sign me up for it. And there you go, I signed up, and here I am, just watching all those drivers just either crash out or crash someone out. But I do want to see the replay of that 3-car DNF. That is 3 cars DNF'd into one corner, and Hicklin has also DNF'd, and he made contact with Toto Wolff under the safety car.
Oh no!
Yes. What is this? Please, someone explain to me.
Hicklin. He was literally in 6 as well, and the safety cars coming in this lap.
Oh. And if the strategy by Darkstorm doesn't work out, we're going to keep an eye on him, on a Canadian in 8th place. So let's just show you briefly the championship standings. Here you go. As we go into the restart, Lenbao has the opportunity to get the victory while the championship leaders are just falling apart. And here we go again. Let's see when he's gonna go. The green flags again will wave as soon as he's off, and it seems like the odd Alpine had the run of dreams on Timo. He could make this a 1-2. Look at that straight line speed compared to the AlphaTauri. He's gonna try to go around the outside into turn 1. Oh, there's all sorts of carnage in the background, but here you go around the outside using all the sausage curb. He's gonna get second place, but the exit is not his. It looks like Cameron's going off the track and into the gravel. He's down to 6th place. Baggy fan out of nowhere. Where did he come from? He's already up into 2nd place. What? I haven't even commentated this guy this race. Haven't even said this name, and he's now in 2nd. JPP is losing that position. Oh no, it's just insanely going down the inside. He had a drive-through penalty, ladies and gentlemen. He's at Darkstorm. Darkstorm is into the walls. The championship 2nd place driver who had the opportunity just did exactly what he didn't need to. He didn't need to pin in the 1st place, and he did. And now he's made contact with someone. He's down to 14th. There's still battles going on out on track. I'm losing my voice, Mars.
Yeah, Darkstorm's dropped all the way down to 14th after spinning as Steve-O picks up a penalty. And, well, this opens the top 3 up then. We could have... I don't know if any of these 3 have been on the top 3 yet this season. I'm not too sure. I haven't been keeping up too much. As we've got Timo then, he's closing in on Baggy Fan. As Timo goes quite wide that corner. I don't think he'll catch up, but Darkstorm dropping all the way down to 14th. He's got a lot of work on his hands to do now. He's definitely going to need some sort of safety car or something to help him. As Smith HP Dan's into the pits, his AI's pitting for a new set of intermediates, I think. Not too sure about that one then.
Well,
it's lap 17.
Down in 9th place is Cameron Nozin fighting for 8th place, but yeah, the AI just spitting and well, getting out of the way. Maxwell is up to 4th. Look at that safety car restart. drivers that you wouldn't even mention in this Grand Prix, as they were just lurking around back down in 16th, 15th, and those places below the top 10. Maxwell is up to 4th. He is usually in the top 5 at least, but this race he wasn't. He's into 4th place. Baggy Fan into 2nd place. I'm still baffled. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm still out of words here to describe how crazy this is. As you see TNX getting a time penalty, Cameron getting one as well. Penalties being thrown around everywhere. But this is just ridiculous. I see JPP Gaming as well into 5th. He wasn't doing good in qualifying. Now he's up to 6th. It's 5th as well. Sorry. As TNX is into 7th from the back of the pack as well. So we continue this race with Marsh. Talk about unpredictability. You see the order that I see right now. Well, Harvey could win this race. I don't know. It's just so unpredictable. Oh, and look at that. Nauseum with no front wing losing 2 positions into 1 corner.
Yeah, I was going to the pits and as I'm getting some information about Darkstorm's spin, that apparently it was Dan's AI that spun him. So he's going to be absolutely good with that, as it's out of his control. Because we've got Maxwell, he's only 2 turns behind Imola then. Looking to fight for, fight for P2, as Lenbau's full 3.5 seconds away from Baggy Fan. It's going to get very interesting, well, there's still a bit of a train behind, but at the minute it's a 3-car race for P2. Timol's right on the back of Baggy Van, as well as Darkstorm. Gets past SLR Total Wolf to move up into P11. This is his charge. To get back to the top. He's coming.
Indeed, and well, that graphic is wrong. There you go, but you can see the kilometer difference. Anyways.
It's a lot of green.
I mean, it's just the wrong numbers. That I tried to get the numbers. And
Sandbagging in Div 4, is he? That's where he's been hiding.
Oh man, that's what I meant with the numbers and giving me the right number. But back to the fight, you can see this now AlphaTauri versus now Austin Martin, and Timo is now looking for that 2nd place. Although Baggy Fan is absolutely baffled with that 2nd place, he's really happy with that 1/3. Might be the place to be at the moment, as I see Timo just going for the move around the outside, and before they even make it to the braking zone, he's gotten the 2nd place, and he's now just celebrating the 18 points that are possibly going to his championship standings at the end of this race. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 19 out of 32. It's not over yet.
SLR Total Wolf's got another 3-second time penalty, which put him up to 9 seconds for the race now. As JPP Gaming, one teammate last season, he's up into 5th place. He's joined that fight for the P3 next. Seems Baggy Fans have dropped a bit back from Timol, as Timol's trying to catch up to Lenbao. As there's a bit, apart from Darkstorm, just making his way up behind Stevo, the field seems to be spreading out a bit. Now there's a few second gap between everyone.
Indeed. Can we see?
Darkstorm, is it right on the back of Stevo? Stevo makes a mistake in the Leclerc chicane. But he does get a good exit. So he's looking to get the overtake done to move him up into P9 for a recovery drive to what he was P2. He gets an exit, then he gets, it's like he's got a decent exit, but Stevo does have a quiet bear. He's got no ERS to charge with. Stevo's got loads, so Stevo should be defending this pretty easily then.
Well, up in front, the fight for the podium positions is still on, as Baggy Fan, like I previously mentioned, is well, he's doing good. He's in 3rd place, but for how long? As you see, Maxwell. Oh, sorry. Let's change it up. Maxwell was 1 second quicker in the last lap, so a move is surely incoming. If he doesn't manage to get past the Aston Martin this lap, JPP could be fighting with him for the podium positions. As you see, the Red Bull driver just absolutely storming into the outside of the track, abusing the track limits and losing some pace. In this race is Lenbao, 4.7 seconds into the lead. That is a performance to remember. as he has proved me that when it comes to the rain, he is the man. Out of those 20 drivers in this grid, TNX goes off the track a little bit as well. We still have some laps to go in the race, but Maxwell, though he's quicker, catching is one thing, or passing is another. And Landau pits? What?
Landau pits?
What?
Why?
Hey, oh, what? What's going on?
Pin. No.
Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Why is he pitting? Why is the
I do
leader
not
pitting?
know. Landau did not need to pit there.
This
Definitely
is
not.
the most
Landau's
controversial
just
pit
thrown
stop
away the win.
that I've ever seen. Was he like, do you know what? I don't fancy winning today. The leader of the race pitted, as I was talking about how impressive his performance was. He's pitted for brand new intermediates, but that makes absolutely zero sense. I have no words.
As this race gets even more interesting, the leader he's got a clear lead, comfortably winning the race.
Has that been
no
hired the Ferrari strategist? Is that what's going on?
It must be. I don't know what sort of strategies they've got. Even Ferrari can't be this bad, surely.
Never doubt them. But Landau decides that he doesn't want to win today. Maybe, maybe
just gave away the win to Imola.
Yeah, maybe he. Oh, Imola is also German. It was going to be a Germany 1-2 here. Oh. Well, his fellow German. Oh, Max was now ahead of Baggy Fan, who, thanks to that crazy pit stop by Landau, he's still in the podium positions. And as I say that, the Red Bull of JPP just storms around the outside and gets the position on the Aston Martin there, up to third place. And now is going to be a straight fight between JPP and Maxwell for second place. And I still have no... Oh, and Landau gets a time penalty. Oh, this hurts too much. I don't want to commentate anymore. This is just... Why? Just why?
I don't know, but I did just get a message of Karun at the Skypad. I got a race replay here of what happened with Pazuzu. Days Freak and Stowe was fighting on the straight. They've made contact with each other, both smacked into the wall, and then Days Freaks bounced off the wall, came back onto the track and took out Pazuzu.
Division 4, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to it. Division 4. We go to Pazuzu's teammate though. Let's go with TNX BG, who, Baggy Fan at this point, he's just, he's on 21 lap old intermediates, plus his pace doesn't seem to be there. But he's under pressure from TNX and the McLaren, and surely in just a few corners time it could be seen. He moved for 4th place for TNX BG, although he has a time penalty. Let's see what he can do from 5th. Oh, and Baggy Fan. Well, he was looking at a good position. He's seen the Landau screwed his race up. He was like, you know what, let me do the same thing. Let's just lose all our progress here in this race. And honestly, to be fair, Marsh, this is Division 4, right? This is technically the lowest division of Sim League Racing, which is drivers who might not drive...
They're inexperienced in strategies.
Exactly, that's what I was looking for. Maybe they just don't know that they can take those intermediates to the end and they don't have to pit again. Maybe it's just a matter of just not knowing.
Yeah, or maybe they just don't feel comfortable on the worn intermediates and they just wanted to put a fresh set on just so they don't spin and crash out of the race. They'd rather finish. Possible.
I agree in some ways, but you see the 18 laps by Maxwell. He's on 45. Oh, he's on 50% wear. So although those drivers will make it to the end of the race, as they will be on worn tires. That is for sure. They're gonna have to drive 32 on those intermediates.
They're gonna turn into slicks by the end of it. So whether you want to be careful or not.
Indeed.
Especially if it's on 50% now. As Dark Storm's up into 6th place now.
Wait, Dark Darkstorm is still alive.
Yes, as it doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch up to Cohen quite this lap, but he's slowly gaining as Harvey's coming to
Gaining,
the
but not
pits.
gaining enough. Doesn't see him there. Oh, a Darkstorm. He spits it with a strategy of trying to cut through the field. But Marsh, although it didn't work.
Oh, there's contact with JPP Gaming and Maxwell. JPP Gaming's lost half his front wing. He smashes into the back of him, and that's going to dampen his chances now, and possibly going to lose third place to TNX BG.
Well, I'll tell you what. Darkstorm is just under a few tenths behind him. Oh, Darkstorm around the outside of Cohen. You don't usually see moves going into that, but that's exactly what happened. Is that Imola? No, it's not. Oh my goodness. It's an AlphaTauri that just retired. I believe he retired in the pits of Toto Wolff. Oh, for 1 second, I've seen an AlphaTauri in a mini-map just stopped at the start-finish line. I was like, is that the leader? And apparently it isn't, but JPP could just try to hold up TNX and make it in a way that there's contact between TNX and JPP. Maybe JPP is doing a Sergio Perez and trying to hold up the McLaren as he now pits.
Without the end plate. Yeah, he was struggling. He got a 3-second penalty for corner cutting because he was struggling without that end plate in this weather.
Indeed,
so that's going to help Maxwell out quite a bit because he's got a 2-second gap now from the guy behind him. As there's an AlphaTauri in the wall. Is that Toto Wolff that's getting back out? It must have been. I wonder what happened. I was on board with Maxwell. I just saw an AlphaTauri into the wall.
I mean, just saying AlphaTauri in the wall when you see Timo leading the race. Like, please, no more drama in the race. I think we've had enough. We're gonna finish the races nice and easy with no more carnage happening. And well, Timo is surely gonna pit in a few laps. As first we've seen Darkstorm pit wide. From the lead.
Lembao managed to get P7 then. Rich Chipano went off the track as well. So could have been a right call from Lembao. Seems to have got the pace to be crawling back up the field.
He only has 7
Maybe not
laps,
get the
though.
win. He might not get the win, but he'll certainly get a podium back. At least, possibly.
Let's see. Maxwell is doing good to hold up TNX though, as Darkstorm is in a net P3 at the moment. So nice comeback by the Canadian, and that could be the race deciding of the championship in the future. Who knows? As we know, Darkstorm is now clawing back into the championship fight. And let's see what he does compared to the car in front. Not this lap, at least.
His camera's all over the back of Baggy Fan here. And down to the final 2 corners. Keeps looking to try and find a way through. This Baggy Fan seems to be struggling to wear in the tyres at the minute. We go down onto the straight then. This Cameron's got the slipstream. And he gets the move done. It moves him up into... No. And he gets a move done up into P9. He's quite close here. This Baggy Van outbreaks him. Oh, slight contact.
He goes around the outside. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful racing. That's beautiful racing. Don't end in a crash, please. Oh, there you go. Baggy Fan and Cameron. Oh, no. Some interesting and safe side-by-side action. And please don't jinx it, Matt. Please don't jinx it. There's Smith coming behind him there.
Darkstorm here. Let's have a look at TNX for P3.
Oh, this is the fight. Maxwell has had a terrible exit. As they plunge downhill once again, but with just a few laps to go, TNX has to overtake as soon as he can and try to just pull away and get the gap. Let's just change the tire here. He has 3 seconds worth of penalties. He needs to go for the move now if he wants something. But Darkstorm seems to be all over the back of his car. The Canadian is trying to get the move on the McLaren as soon as he can, but it doesn't seem like he has enough energy. He's reached 0%. Oh, he's quick. Okay, he's quick, but his energy just seems to be not his best attribute in terms of energy management. He's still just behind the McLaren, but it doesn't seem like he's close enough to go for the move. But look how close those 3 are. And well, TNX tries to go around the outside. Is it gonna work though? I don't think you can get any closer to the car head without making contact.
Yes, gotta be careful here, because all three of them being this close is definitely a chance of being contact here. As Darkstorm gets a better exit. Oh, nearly hits the back of TNX.
Well, he's done that a few laps ago, hasn't he, Darkstorm, on Cohen. He's trying to do the same in a McLaren, but the McLaren is just like, no, mate, not today. But look at that fight. Look at that fight. Those three are literally just... Oh, TNX with another time penalty. Now he has to do wonders if he wants to finish in the podium positions. Now he has to fight against Cohen, because with that 6 seconds worth of penalties, he'll drop down to 5th place. That's not good for him, is it?
No, so here we go then to start a lap 28 or 3 cars within like 2 tenths of each other. So who's going to come out on top into turn 1? This one's finally took the bollard out at lap 28. As Darkstorm's run out of energy again, so is TNX. You just can't seem to quite get the move done there on the straight. So we go around again. See who makes a mistake. As this is the closest battle so far on track.
Oh, look at that run. Look at that run, and he's going to send it into turn 7. I'm not sure if it's going to work, though. It's all about the traction coming out of this corner now. As he uses the overtake mode once again, Darkstorm is. He's not going to be able to get the move done, but possibly into turn 9, in which he loves that swooping right left-hander. Let's see if he can do it going into Aqua Minerale. Oh, he's close, but not close enough. There he goes. And those three, literally just... It's like a train, is it? They just cannot seem to overtake each other, but they're just glued to the back of one another.
Yeah, Imola will be loving this, who's first place at the minute. Got a 7-second lead on Maxwell, so he's just cruising now. All his fighters going off behind. Did Darkstorm get a bad exit out of the chicane? He seems to have dropped a second back behind TNX now.
Oh, big mistake. By Darkstorm, as he's not fighting TNX really. TNX is just in the way. The guy he's fighting is Maxwell, who is in 2nd place at the moment. So, you see TNX move up 17 positions. He started 20th, for goodness sake. And he's putting the pressure. I love this camera angle. Here we go. Oh, he touches the back of Maxwell and he's off the track. There's the opportunity that Darkstorm needed. And now he's been released into the chase after 2nd. Oh, Marsh, what happened there?
Yeah, TNX has just gone into the back of Maxwell and he's lost the front of the car and just...
Oh, not here! Again! Oh, Darkstorm! That's his signature move! And he's up to 2nd! Oh, into turn 10. Absolutely brilliant. That is exactly the sort of move that you expect from the guy that's fighting for the championship. Baggy Fan now down to 12 and possibly losing even more position as he ad nauseum. Let's just take a look at ad nauseum's race. As he has 12 seconds worth of penalties. Oh dear. Maxo though has lost it to TNX, apparently.
Yeah, as it'd be interesting to watch Darkstorm now. It's probably a couple of laps too late now, because he is looking to gonna try and get to Mole in the last 2 laps here. In that sector 3, you already took off 5 tenths, so you had a couple more laps. Maybe you could have caught up to him.
Yeah, but look at Limbaugh though. Limbaugh has a good run. Limbaugh has the move done into turn 1, nice and easy. And if Limbaugh wants pause, oh look at Limbaugh. Limbaugh could get a podium here. No, could get a 4th place, I believe. If he manages to pull away 2 more seconds in front of Cohen in the next 2 laps, and if he manages to be within 3 seconds, which is exactly what he's about to do, he's only 1 tenth short of being 3 seconds behind TNX, he could get a 4th place. So Limbaugh's race is not over. Could have been a win though, but he still has a chance of getting a 4th maybe.
Yeah, but look at Baggy Fan, he could have had a chance of the win. He's dropped all the way down to 12th place after making that pit stop, so...
Oh, Maxwell is down to 5th! What's happening with
His
Maxwell?
tyres must be dropping off. 25 laps, he hasn't stopped.
Oh, it's a
He has the
puncture.
pressure
It's a
tyres.
real left puncture, I believe.
Is it?
Oh, yes, it
Oh.
is. It's a puncture by Maxwell. Maxwell could be out of the race.
He's got to try and carry on to the pits now.
Oh,
That's going to
look
drop
at
him
that.
all the way back.
Maybe that's why Len Bao pitted. Maybe that's why the other drivers pitted. And
Saying that though, Richie Chapel just behind Maxwell now at the minute. He's on the same amount of laps as what
as he
Maxwell is. So is he?
spins.
Oh, so is Richie Chapel going to get a puncture by the end of the race? Possibly spin out.
Oh, let's take a look. Well, let's compare. Let's all compare. Hold on a second. Maxwell was on 25. Timo is on 30. Can Timo make it to the end? Dark Storm is now 5 seconds, 4.9. And closing in, we only have 2 laps to go. It could be too late for Dark Storm. But who knows? Who knows? Can Timo make it to the end?
Yeah, I'd like to know what tyre Timo's on, because surely he's got to be on puncture range if Maxwell's gone on 25.
He didn't turn on his telemetry on the menu. He's now 4.2.
No.
He was 5 seconds 2 seconds ago. Oh my goodness, this could be a drama here. 4.1.
Starting to drop off.
It's starting to drop off massively, and we only have 1 lap to go in this Grand Prix. Oh, 3.2! This is McQueen versus Dick Ricks back in 2002. Remember that race? Everything is just happening again. Look at that. Timo is 3.1 seconds. He's just nursing his tires home. This could be just him, just going slow on purpose, but this could be it. Len Bao is now almost 3 seconds in front of Cohen. He's gonna get a podium, Len Bao here, but the fights that we're looking at right now, let's just take a look. Last lap, Storm was 2.4 seconds quicker.
Oh, it was very interesting. He's starting to come into view now behind him.
Oh, this ending is like Verstappen and Hamilton, British Grand Prix 2021. Look, I can see Darkstorm in the distance. He's closing now.
That's 2.4.
That's not Ogwin, that's in P1, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Just ignore that, but it's 2.1. He's almost he's getting closer.
Oh, this is where he's got to watch out. Oh, back end nearly went there.
1.8, 1.5. This is where Darkstorm gets it. He's now under 1 second. Only 1 sector to go in this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
He's closing.
As Darkstorm goes on the sausage curb as he messes up Imola rally.
The pressure must be coming to him. Oh, he's closing in too much. Darkstorm is throwing everything that he can into that track. Now 1 second. Can he gain enough into the final 2 corners? Can Timo survive the attack by the Canadian? Here you go into the final 2 corners. All you have to do is to just turn right for 2 more times. 1 and now 2. Darkstorm has tried everything that he could. He has done it. As Timo now, the German, is going to see the checkered flag first in one of the performances you remember. And with Darkstorm all over his back, he wins the Imola Grand Prix. He is the 3rd Grand Prix winner, or the 4th that we have this season, as he finishes 3rd and gets it ahead of Darkstorm, who finishes 2nd place, and Len Bao comes home to close the podium positions. What a fantastic Grand Prix that we've watched, Mars.
Yeah, after all what happened in the race, and especially them last couple of laps, but definitely made up for it. Darkstorm getting so close, and then when he got to Imola rally, the pressure just got to him and he went off track when he could have took the win off of Timo. But wow, what an ending to that race.
Indeed, what an ending. What an ending that we've had. And TNX, BG, up 15 places from the back of the pack. He finishes 5th. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. And I believe Baggy Fan gets a point, as Smith Dana was in AI mode for half the race. But well, Timo and Darkstorm, that final lap, talk about a climax.
It got very interesting at the end there. It's very good. Len Bao, so it was the right call from Len Bao and Darkstorm to pit, was it? Did Darkstorm pit, or is it? Yeah, the right calls from them to pit, to put on the fresher tyres. It ended up paying off in the end.
Oh, indeed.
So, but great strategy by Timo. He managed to He did have that terrible sprint race, didn't he? Where he scored no points. He takes the win in the actual race. But I believe Darkstorm is the overall winner for the weekend.
Indeed, he wins. He's the 4th winner of the season. 4 different winners. Well, that's is it 4? We have Pazuzu winning. I'm not sure if I have to check that. I don't want to say anything that I'm not
Is
sure
it
about.
Pazuzu, Darkstorm, then Nedclaw?
Oh, so it's a 4 different winner in 4 different races. Well, that's interesting. AlphaTauri on top of the step of the podium, and you see Darkstorm here, the driver that's gonna come out with the most amount of points possible here in this Grand Prix. He wins the race. He gets 26 points. Timo gets 25. Lindbao gets 23. Cohen gets 16. TNX 10. So if you could invite Darkstorm, Timo, and Lindbao to the party, that would be nice. Marsh.
Yeah, they've invited.
And well, the results of the race for you. There you go. And the results of the sprint for everyone reviewing this after. And Timo from 10th on the grid. Ooh, that was entertaining to say the very least. So, how are we doing this, Marsh? Do you think we should maybe you do the 3rd and 2nd? I do first.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right.
That's alright with you. Yeah. So, well, have we got everyone in the pie? I believe we're missing. Who is it? We've got Lembao, Darkstorm. We need Timol, don't we?
Oh, we do. Grand Prix winner.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna join. I'll invite him one more time. But while waiting on him, we'll talk to your 3rd place of the weekend then. It's Lembao. So, hello. You got a great start. Like you kept getting good restarts after the safety car, and then out of nowhere you just pitted for no reason. We didn't understand why you did that, but maybe we saw towards the end of the race why you did. 'Cause you ended up not getting a puncture at least, and you ended up finishing 3rd in the podium. So overall, what was your thoughts, and can you run us through that strategy call to why you did pit?
I was scared of Darkstorm because he was behind me really fast, and yeah, the safety car was 2 times, and the 2nd time the safety car was out. This was really bad for me, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, it definitely paid off in the end though, and ended up coming home in 3rd, so that's good. And you got where did you finish in the sprint as well? I cannot remember for the life of me in the sprint. Did you finish 2nd in the sprint?
Yeah, 2nd in the sprint race.
Yeah, so overall a decent
in the
weekend
sprint
for
race.
yourself.
In the sprint race, I had a really good start, and in the race also really good. Start like a rocket.
Yeah, overall a decent weekend from yourself, and finishing 3rd overall. So well done and congratulations on the podium.
Yeah, thank you. And wait. Ich grüße Manuel Ehremann.
Pardon?
Do you speak French, Lenbo, or?
No, German.
You have an accent of French.
I hope you didn't curse on my stream.
I said the name from a friend. Manuel, Grüße gehen raus.
Ah.
Okay, thank you.
This Russia.
Is that a shout out to your friend? Shout out to my friend.
Okay. Well, we got something new there. I've never seen someone shout out to their friend before in the podium interview. But
Indeed, you have another German in podium. And do we have the Grand Prix winner in the party?
no, I believe he's joined. I'll quickly drop
Yeah,
him a
he
message.
didn't join.
As we'll talk to your 2nd place of the weekend is Darkstorm.
I believe he didn't join, did he? Sorry, Timo didn't join.
I don't know. He's not joined yet.
Well, let's. I'll do second place.
Well, if you want to take Darkstorm in case he doesn't join.
Yeah, I'll take
Oh.
Darkstorm, and if Timo comes back, you can talk to him. But as we go into the round 5, Darkstorm, you, Mr. Canadian, you have you've got closer to Pazuzu in the championship with this result.
Yeah.
Pazuzu DNF'd, and now he got
Yes,
himself
yes.
18 points compared to Pazuzu. So, with that being said, are you excited, happy with that one, or maybe are you looking back into this race and thinking, do you know what, I should have stayed out?
Yeah, but yeah, Pazuzu is really fast and is a great driver, but I think he's too fast for me. In the qualification, is not too fast, but during the race, it's impossible to stay in first position with him in second. It's already a push his car to the limit, and it's fantastic to race with him. But I think I can beat him at the next race. I think it's Miami the next race. Yeah, it's
yes.
to Spain. I don't know.
It's
My
Miami
fr-
next.
Miami. Watch me at Miami. Watch me.
Oh.
Oh,
I will
nice.
not.
Oh, okay.
I
I
will
like the
not let him
confidence.
pass. It is my race, like the Canadian race.
Yes. Oh, technically.
Watch me.
But is Timo here?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. So I'm gonna just give it to you
Oh,
now.
there's an echo.
because- So if you wanna take over.
Yeah, so with your race winner then Timo. Oh, the echo's gone now. Perfect. With Timo then, great weekend from yourself. You made that long stint last, not pin. Congratulations on the win. And how did you manage to keep them tyres from not puncturing after knowing what percentage they was on?
Actually, don't even know how I managed to do it, but was very lucky, and I never thought that.
Well, you did well. Was it when you saw Darkstorm catching up for the last couple of laps? Was you getting nervous?
I was sweating all over the place.
Yeah, because he was charging you down in the last couple of laps.
Yeah.
That your tyres just massively dropped off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how was the whole sprint and race for you?
Yeah, I mean the sprint was very painful.
Yeah.
This is the spin out of the 6th place was very disappointing, but as I managed to get some places in the race and move my way up, it was very nice.
Yeah, but all in all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Especially for AlphaTauri. Come on, that's 2 AlphaTauri wins today.
Yeah.
Yep, up the AlphaTauri.
Up the AlphaTauri as they get themselves the first win of the season. And well, that's it for the Division 4 fourth round of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. As we've been reminded, next week we're going to go straight into the Americas, and we'll be going around Miami for the next Grand Prix. And I'm looking forward to that one. Thank you very much, Marsh, for being with me here in this Grand Prix. I really appreciate your company, and I hope you enjoyed that one. And well, anyways, that's it. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See you later.